Are NFTs the future of art and technology, just a stupid trend, or further evidence that we are rapidly descending into the apocalypse? Plus, Donda, 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 Donda. You're listening to Alternative Jargon. Hello again. Episode 3 of my podcast, Alternative Jargon, is here after a little bit of a vacation, we'll call it. So, it's been about 3 weeks since I've done one of these. I try to do it every week, but with moving into school and all of that mess, it's been a few weeks. But we're back. We're here. It's episode 3. So we're in a new setting, a brand new professional studio, here in beautiful Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. It's actually my dorm room. So not in my bedroom anymore, now in my suite room. So here we are. We've got a great versatile gray wall, perfect for backgrounds. So let's get to using it. It's been a few really big weeks in news. We've got the Taliban, we've got more Taliban, and Kanye West dropped an album. And you're going to hear all about that on today's episode. But before we get into Donda, let's get into non-fungible tokens. So NFTs stand for non-fungible tokens. And look, these just popped out of nowhere earlier this year. I'd never heard of them until like last winter. That was when they really blew up. And so if you don't know what an NFT is, essentially an NFT is any piece of like online content that can be exclusively sold like separately from the free internet, I guess you could say. An NFT could be a picture or a video or a game or music or basically anything online that you pay for yourself, and it's like a one-of-one copy and you're the only person who owns it. Now, I think it's really stupid. I think NFTs are ridiculously stupid. You heard in the intro, are they the future? Are they a trend, or are they proof that we are headed towards the end times? I think probably the latter two. I think it's stupid and possibly a sign that we're going downhill. But NFTs, like I said, they really took off. They were really popular last winter. The popularity died down, but the popularity is back to surging, I would say. Mark Cuban has an Instagram page now called NFT. I guess the Dallas Mavericks were not enough fun for him. He had to get in on NFTs. But yeah, so to research, I wanted to talk about NFTs. My one buddy who works at Giant, I was talking about NFTs with him. This was weeks ago. But I knew I wanted to talk about them on the show because they're just so stupid, in my opinion. Maybe you love NFTs. Maybe you think that they're great. But I think they're really dumb. But I love to just sit back and observe stuff like this because it's just, I don't know, kind of blows my mind. You see, NFTs, like I said, they can be anything. Now there are NFT games, though. So, like I said, to research for this show, I watched the Bloomberg Quick Take 20-minute documentary on NFTs. They talked about all sorts of stuff. It seemed a little bit of a slanted bias towards pro NFTs. They had a lot of NFT experts. They had a whole panel of them. So maybe they're experts. But they were talking about NFT games. So there's this, I forget what the name of the game was, but it looks like Roblox or Fortnite or something, but you pay to unlock your characters. And it's funny because they were talking about like, oh, it's such a breakthrough technology that you can now use cryptocurrency to buy NFT gaming stuff. and they showed like a screenshot. I'll go back to the video. I'm gonna try to put the screenshot on the show if you're watching on YouTube, but it showed like this is a breakthrough. It's amazing, and it was like a screenshot from the game, and it looked exactly like the Fortnite V-Buck shop, but instead you used like Bitcoin to buy stuff. So it's funny, but yeah. So they talked about this game. Essentially, now I don't know if there's more than one NFT game. I'm just talking about the one that I saw in the video I watched. I'll link the video in the description or something. I'll tell you where to find it if you want to watch it. But I had to do a little bit of homework to really dig deeper into the NFT. So, but it looks like a little kid's game. You buy a Funko Pop character, and you play as the character. You pay real money for the character, and then you can upgrade the character and then sell the character later for more money. So this blows my mind, because in my day, when I was 12, I was probably getting off the bus after school and shooting hoops or playing Minecraft or something stupid. But kids now today probably get off the bus after school, run inside, and grind their cryptocurrency Funko Pop character in their NFT game to resell it. So Gary Vee and Mark Cuban are raising a very great new generation of entrepreneurs. So in a few years, you'll go on Twitch, and Ninja will probably be like grinding NFT characters. Ninja will probably be like, I don't know, profiting all day off NFT characters. It's just really funny. I think it's amazing. It's funny. But so another part of the game is they talk about the NFT metaverse. The NFT metaverse, I guess all these NFT people are trying to create a new reality. They actually say this. This is their words, not mine. They say, in the future, we're going to have two realities. You're going to have real life, and then you'll have your online metaverse life. So they're trying to get people to buy Louis Vuitton merch on their NFT metaverse so that they can be dripped out in the new world. So, look, you've got pioneers like Christopher Columbus, and what's another pioneer? I don't know. Apple. Apple pioneered the computer. Christopher Columbus pioneered finding America and killing people or something. And the NFT industry is going to pioneer the next new world, which will be the complete online metaverse. So, that's the future, I guess, in these people's eyes. Personally, I don't think it's going to catch on. I don't think anyone wants to shell out a bunch of money for fake stuff that they can never do anything with. But that's just me. I've been wrong about a lot of stuff. And stuff like this makes me feel old and out of touch. Like, here's the thing. I'm 19, but I hear about all this NFT stuff and, like, the crypto gambling and all this weird stuff online, and I'm like, dude, I feel like a 70-year-old man right now, because like I graduated high school a year ago, and I already feel like I'm getting passed up by the rest of the world sometimes just because of how fast stuff is happening. But yeah, it's insane. So we'll see what happens with NFTs, but it's either going to take off or it's going to fail. Okay, I should explain how it works a little bit better. So you buy an NFT, and an NFT could be like a picture. Like NFT artists, they make pictures, and then they sell them, and they can decide what percent commission they get on the sale. And so what happens is, let's say you buy a stupid little pixelated image for $10, an NFT. The person who made it and sold it can claim like 20% stake in it. And then if you bought it for $10 and then resold it for $100, whatever percent stake the original seller decided, they get back to on that second sale, even though they didn't make the sale. So let's say I make an NFT of the logo of the podcast and I sell it for $20, but I want 50% stake. So I get the $20 on that original sale, I guess. And then if somebody sells that for $100,000, I get 50 grand, basically, is how that works. So there's a lot of people just throwing together these stupid little NFTs, and people are buying them for whatever reason. It's really weird. I don't know who has the money to throw around money on stuff like that. I'm not sure. But it's happening, and so you've got NFT artists just cranking stuff out to see what they can sell. So, I mean, more power to you. Good luck. If you can become a millionaire by making some weird characters online, then good for you. But yeah, so what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, yeah. So I said it can be pictures or videos. The funniest example I've seen of an NFT, I think, is this. I forget who the rapper was, but some rapper had a big chain, and they had like a big thing at the bottom that was like a screen. It was connected to the chain, and it was like a screen. And they bought an NFT of a Kobe Bryant dunk highlight, and they put it on their chain. So now they walk around with their chain, and there's just a constant video of Kobe Bryant dunking on it. But they paid money for the video. See, this is the funny part about it, too. So I can go to YouTube and research that same Kobe highlight and watch it a billion times if I want. And in the Bloomberg video, they talked about, well, people really love NFTs because they can own a digital object and no one else can have it. So as they're saying, oh yeah, this guy, so-and-so paid $69 million, which is a real number, by the way. Someone did pay $69 million for an NFT. They're like, oh yeah, he paid $69 million for an NFT, and it's his, and no one else has it, and he's the exclusive owner. But then they show the picture that the guy had. Okay, look, I might not be smart enough to analyze the NFT industry, but I'm smart enough to use the snipping tool on Microsoft Windows. Okay, I can steal your NFT. I can make that my background. I'm gonna perform an NFT heist and just take everyone's NFTs, and then I'm gonna upload them, and I'm gonna resell counterfeit NFTs. Is what I'll do. So I don't know, man. It's just I don't get it. It makes me feel stupid because I really don't understand why people are buying it. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy it. If you love it, that's your thing. But it's one of those things that does not make sense to me. So I will be using the snipping tool, and I will take your NFT, just so you know. Or screen record. I will screencastify your Kobe Bryant dunk video. So I think that kind of wraps up the NFT thing. Really, really weird stuff. Really weird stuff. I think it's all gonna blow over. I don't think there's anything real there. So that's just me. Maybe it'll take off. And if it does, you can say I told you so and laugh in my face. Let's see what happens. But let's get on to the next topic we got today, which is Kanye West's new album, Donda. So if you didn't understand the intro, okay, the album's called Donda, and probably everyone knows this. I'm essentially saying this because when my mom and dad watched my podcast, they have to understand why I just said Donda 10 times in the intro. So the first song on Donda is just someone saying Donda like 50-something times. So there you go. There's the fill-in. I did not have a stroke during the intro. So Donda was the name of Kanye West's mother. She's passed. Rest in peace to Kanye West's mother. I did not know her personally, but rest in peace. So this was a very anticipated album. Kanye West announced it over a year ago in July, and then he announced it again this July that it would come out on July 23rd. And then he randomly dropped it this past Sunday. It was delayed a bunch of times. He was living inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, where the Atlanta Falcons play, for like a month in this little room. Okay. He was having live performance shows of the album before the album came out at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. If you look up a picture, I mean, the dude was living in essentially a broom closet at one of the newest stadiums in the United States of America. He was laying on like an air mattress. Him and his buddies would like put on vests and masks and lift weights in his room, and there were haircuts in the room. I mean, it was nothing like this has happened in history. Never before has there been a rapper stay in a stadium, produce an album, get haircuts in his little broom closet. I mean, you can't write this stuff. It's the most Kanye West thing we've ever seen. And it was fun to keep along with. But I guess the era is now over. Maybe his next album, he will like be living in underground tunnels making the album or something, and having shows in like caverns. So we'll see what happens. He's on the cutting edge of performance arts. He has been for many years. So look, I like some of Kanye West's music. He makes good music. I think everyone in the world has probably heard a Kanye West song once, and even if they didn't know they knew a song by him, they definitely do. So I'm not like a Kanye super fan, but it's sort of one of those things where like, oh my gosh, he's releasing a new album. It's kind of like a mini holiday, because it only happens once in a while. And it's always going to get so much publicity because he's just such a polarizing figure. So the album itself, I thought, I like a few songs on it. A few of the songs I think are really great. Most of the songs, though, there's 27 songs on the album. The hour's an hour and 48 minutes long. It's like a commitment to listen to. But I did like a few of the songs. But I will say that most of the songs, I don't think you can just sit down and listen to casually. So I don't want to go all Anthony Fantano critic. I'm not criticizing music. I don't care about the music. Like, I'm not going to sit down and critique it. I like what I like. I don't like what I don't like. I just sit down and listen to it, and I'll figure that out myself. But for me, most of the songs on the album, they're not bad music, and I'm sure they're not bad songs. They're just not songs that you can put on the radio, like driving around with your friends. They're kind of like songs that you have to like sit in your room and stare at a piece of art and listen to or something. Speaking of art, the album just features a pitch black square, which is interesting. Don't really know what to say about that. And speaking of album covers, Drake is releasing an album on Friday, September 3rd. The long-anticipated Certified Lover Boy. Okay, interesting title. Pretty fruity. And his album cover is a bunch of pregnant women emojis. So, I mean, I can't imagine working for months or possibly years. I don't know how long he's been working on it. Working on an album for that long. And then you finally get to the release and you're like, you know what, I think I want a black square as the cover. I think I want 12 pregnant women emojis as the album cover. Maybe that's the artistic value. Maybe I don't see the vision clearly, but it's definitely interesting. So there's without a doubt going to be a huge contest on Twitter and wherever else between whose album is better, Drake and Kanye, because that's a big rivalry and whatever. So we'll see what happens. But I'm just going to sit back with a bowl of popcorn and watch what happens. This reminds me, one of the things that annoys me about the music industry, and I guess you could probably say like rap in general usually is that like people, like half of the music is just about doing numbers and making money. And I mean that's like kind of what hip hop is. But people get into like legitimate arguments about, oh, well, he sold this many this week and they sold that many last week and he's better. And it's like, bro, this is music. Like, at the end of the day, music is supposed to be art. Music is just another art form. Music is just a blank canvas that you can paint on like anything else. So whenever people like argue about, oh, he's not doing the numbers no more, he fell off, like, it's like white noise to me. Listen to the music if you like it and don't listen to it if you don't. It's just kind of, and some of it's jokes. People joke about that, but it's like, bro, really? I don't know. But, just listen to it if you want to. So, but yeah, no, there were a few good songs on Donda. But yeah, go give it a listen. I don't care if you hate Kanye West. I don't care if you don't care about it at all. Just stay up with the times. Go listen to Donda. Go listen to Certified Lover Boy when it comes out. I'm going to try to have this posted like on Friday. And then maybe next episode I'll review Drake's new album. I used to really like Drake a lot. Like, because, I mean, he has so many good songs. He's made like 10,000 songs. He's featured in like a million more. Everyone's got a Drake song or two on their playlist. I used to like him a lot. But, I don't know, man. He just seems kind of like he's 30-something years old, and he just acts like he's 12. Maybe that's his brand. Maybe he is a certified lover boy. But I'd like to see his certification. I'd like to see his paperwork. Because he's calling himself certified, but I don't know. He kind of seems like the type to like be uncertified. But, I mean, he... like the whole Millie Bobby Brown thing, so the girl from Stranger Things, like she was like 12 or something, and he was like getting dinner with her and being like, yo, are you in town? Like, let's link up. Like, bro, what? How old are you? That was weird, and I don't know. He just kind of annoys me, to be honest now. Kind of cringeworthy, but anyway. Didn't mean to spout on the mic tonight about musical artists. At the end of the day, I still like their music. They still make good music. So, yeah. Another short episode, man. 20-something minutes. Here we are. I'd like to go longer. I'd like to maybe get some guests on. I'd like to maybe do that. I'm not even going to lie. I like doing the podcast, but it is hard to sit in front of a mic and just talk to myself. So I think maybe some guests could make the podcast easier to do and maybe more fun to listen to as well, because it's hard to just sit here and talk. But anyway, that'll about wrap this episode up, I think. Thank you very much for listening, watching, whatever you're doing. This has been episode 3 of Alternative Jargon. Peace out.